Hi everyone, Virago back, and boy, did I have an adventure trying to make this video. So, this was supposed to be, or it will be, it was supposed to be an unboxing. So, let me tell you what happened. Um, I did order books, because of course I did, because I'm on a book buying ban, but we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we're all on lockdown, and it made me feel better, plus Book Outlet was running a 15% off sale. So as you do, you get on there and you buy books. So long story short, too late. um, I got the books, and because of paranoia, I let the box sit, just to be safe. And then um, with everything going on and watching the news and just reading articles, you get a little bit depressed, and I just couldn't will myself to open that box. So the box sat there for a lot longer. I mean, the willpower. Some of it was willpower, the rest of it was just like I was in the blahs. So I finally say, okay, it's like midnight one night, and I say, okay, it's about time I open this damn box of books. So I'm going to open this box of books, and I'm like, I don't have any of my setup. It's the middle of the night. You know what? I'll just do it on my phone, which would have been okay if I had flipped my phone long ways instead of straight up and down. So that right there was bad. Then it was a really cute video. I did it. It was cute. There were all kinds of shenanigans with my cats, jumping in the box. It was really cute. But in the end, one of the things that I saw, besides the fact that the video format was just all jacked up, it would have looked really crappy if I had posted it. I accidentally forgot to block out my address on the envelope, and my editing skills are not high tech enough to blur that crap out. So, and it was up for way too long, and I was like, it's just for safety reasons for myself, and just for aesthetic reasons, I just decided to scrub the whole thing. And instead of doing an unboxing, I'm just going to do a quarantine book haul. Now, this was going to be a 2020 book haul. And if you've watched my birthday video, I, treated myself to the bookstore for my birthday, and I bought, like 6, 7 books at the bookstore. What I forgot was that I bought a lot of books in 2020, especially around February, because it's just what I do. I ridiculously treat myself to books, especially when it's my birthday, because I celebrate it for the whole month, as I'm sure most of you do. So when I went back and I looked, I saw that I had bought so many books in February that it was probably a bad idea to try to go locate them all and then do the haul for all of 2020. So now we're just going to do a quarantine book haul. So it's just going to be showcasing the books that I have bought while I personally have been under quarantine, because I know everybody's quarantine time started differently. I can hear my husband coming up the steps, and I surely hope he doesn't come open the door and interrupt me, even though I told him I was recording. So far, so good. So let's just get into the quarantine book haul. The first book haul I got was from Thrift Books, and it was actually because my daughter needed a book for college, and it was cheaper and quicker to get it from Thrift Books rather than to get it from Amazon. And of course, when I was ordering books for her, I ordered books for myself. So I got volume 21 of The Walking Dead, volume 22 of The Walking Dead, and volume 23 of The Walking Dead, because I have read, comic book wise, I've read past 100, and I know they're way past 100. So then, but I did that digitally, and then I started collecting the volumes that have about 5 to 7, I believe, each volume, 5 to 7 comic books. So I started collecting those. I'm hoping to do a reread, but I actually have to get caught up on all of the volumes. So slowly but surely, I'm doing that, and I don't mind doing used copies, because as you can see, my book habit is out of control. So sometimes you gotta save a buck where you can. All right. So the next thing that I did was, back in the beginning of the year, Audible was doing that if you read 3 or listen to, if you listen to 3 audiobooks of a certain length by a certain date, you could get a $20 Amazon credit. So, of course, I did that, and I got my free Amazon credit. But as with all things, there is a catch. You couldn't use it on any digital purchases, which means I couldn't get any Kindle books, and I couldn't get a new Audible book. And you had to use it by a certain date, or you're going to lose it. So I looked for one of my coworkers. You know, we kind of, one of my coworkers at my new job. We talked books, and you know, she gave me some books that she liked, and I gave her some books that I liked. And one of the books that I remember her telling me about, and I immediately put it on my wish list on Amazon, was Life as We Knew It. And it's basically, you know, post-apocalyptic. It's, you know, basically how they deal with life after the apocalypse. I can't remember what kind of apocalypse it is, so I went and I found the box set. It was about $26. It was a $20 credit, so I only had to come up with a little bit of money out of my own pocket. And it just seemed like the smart thing to do, since you know how I am with getting series. I have to get all of them. So I figured, you know what, let's just do it all at once. And I just got the whole box set. So that's that. And that's from Amazon. Now, the next one that I did was Book Outlet. I was feeling low, and I had made a cart for their 15% off sale. And I talked to one of my other bookish friends, and I said, yo, you got to talk me down. I'm not supposed to be buying books. We don't know what's going to be happening. We don't know if we're going to have jobs, if we're going to get unemployment, if we're still going to get paid. I'm like, I really shouldn't be spending any money. She's like, yeah, I'm in the same, you know, position as you. And I said, okay, I'm going to leave these books in my cart. And if I remember to go and check out before the sale is over, then I'm meant to have these books. Well, I go and check out after the sale is supposed to be over, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just, you know, take everything from my cart and move it to my wish list. They extended the sale. I had no choice. So, first book, Nelson Mandela, autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom. I find him fascinating, and I am very interested in learning about more about his life, and I figured, you know, this is the best way to do it. This is obviously a scratch and dent copy, as you can see the line there, but yeah, that's good. And let's see, then we've got The Traitor Prince by C.J. Redwine, and which are my actual initials, CJ. Yeah, that's funny. This is book 3 in a trilogy, I believe it is. And then we have The Wish Granter, which I believe is book 2. I had book 1 in my cart, but as I told you, I waited, and when I got back to the cart, it was no longer available, but I figured I might as well go ahead and get these 2 anyway. So I have 2 and 3, and I have 1 on my wish list again, and when it becomes available, I will get it. Then I got Rule of 3, Will to Survive. This is the 3rd in a series. And I didn't purchase these. I remember what I did. The first 2 I got off of Paperback Swap in February. So that's part of that. I got way too many books in February, and I'm just not even going to go there. But the only 2 that were available were 1 and 2. And then when I was searching, I saw that this one was available on Book Outlet. But funnily enough, books 1 and 2 were not available, so it just kind of worked out well that way. So this is book 3 in the series. So as far as I know, those are the only 3 books in the series, so now I have the whole set. Next up is Blade So Back. Wow, I can talk today, and I haven't even had a full glass of wine yet. A Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. This sounded great, and the cover looks awesome, and, you know, I believe I've heard good things about it. So, of course, I got it. And then next is the sequel, A Dream So Dark. And in the original video, when I saw that the first book is a paperback and this one is a hardback, I freaked out. I don't like that. I hate having things not match. I don't know how I did it, but I think probably what it was is this one is not available in paperback, or at the very least it's not available in paperback on Book Outlet, and that's probably what happened. And I said, you know what, probably in my head I was thinking, I'm gonna hate this, but at the same time it's a really good deal for both books in the series, so I should just do it. So yeah, that freaked me out a little bit. Next, sorry, my setup is not great. The Night Country by Melissa Albert. This is the sequel to The Hazelwood, which I do have, and I also got this from Book Outlet. Haven't read it yet. Didn't even know there was a sequel until I came across it, so that just kind of worked out. So now I have the sequel, so at some point, hopefully I'll get to the first book, and then I'll have the sequel. And then, last book on the haul, I'm trying not to knock down an entire stack of books, is Finale from the Caraval series by Stephanie Garber. And I have books 1 and 2 of the series, and this makes book 3. And y'all know how I roll. You get one book in a series, you gotta get them all. And these all match. They're all hardcover, so yay for that. So that is my quarantine book haul. I'm still on a book buying ban, and the only excuse I can give is that I'm depressed because of what's going on in the world, and buying books made me feel better. That's the best I can come up with. So let me know in the comments if you guys have read any of the books that I mentioned, that I showed today. I kind of at a loss here. That was kind of my whole thing. I felt like I had more books than I did, and it's probably because I was looking at all those books that I bought in February. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little book unboxing. It's not an unboxing. See, I'm just all over the place. I hope you enjoyed my book haul, and I will see you guys back again for my Dewey's 24-hour readathon TBR and like all of my reading prep. I'm probably going to do that video almost immediately after this one, and I'm not even going to do a wardrobe change like I did for my birthday, because I'm just not doing that. Like I said, let me know in the comments below if you have read any of the books that I mentioned today. Let me know what you thought of them, if you like them, if you hate them, if you think I'll love them or hate them. You know, any little conversation you want to have in there. And I will see you guys again soon. Like, share, subscribe. I promised myself I would never say that, but I did it anyway. Thanks for tuning in and putting up with my weirdness. And I will see you all again soon. Deuces.